Hi guys, Kieran here. Today we're going to look at the funded trader program from EarnToTrade called the Gauntlet. Now, if you're not familiar with what a funded trader program is, it's essentially a program that companies offer whereby you can trade money on that company's behalf and receive a percentage split of profits if you're successful. There are many programs out there. You can see on my channel I have reviews of many of them. Usually the way these things work is you have to pass an evaluation which is either 1 or 2 step, and then once you have passed that evaluation, you've hit the profit target and adhered to the risk parameters of the evaluation, you then get a funded account. Within the funded account, then you have a profit split with the company. These profit splits range from around 50 to 80%, and of course you have risk requirements to adhere to, and also many of the companies offer scaling plans which we use to increase the size of our accounts. So like I said, today we're going to look at the Gauntlet from EarnToTrade. So we'll have a look at the evaluation steps, the funded account, and some of the risk requirements around it. So let's get started. So the first thing we'll look at is the rules of the Gauntlet. So what we have to do to get our funded account. So the Gauntlet is the evaluation step of this program. It is a one-step verification stage, which is good. So many other programs are two-step. You have to trade two separate accounts with slightly different risk parameters. In the case of the Gauntlet, it's just one step, so that's good. So we have to manage a $25,000 account over a 60-day calendar period. This 60-day calendar period is fixed, so even if you hit your target earlier, you still have to at least wait out that 60-day period. So you have to submit a trading plan and a dashboard. The dashboard is the kind of back end of the Gauntlet. Trade a minimum of 30 calendar days and once per week. So you have to trade this. Although you have 60 calendar days, you have to trade a minimum of 30 of those days to qualify out of the evaluation. Now remember, of course, over the 60 calendar days, you're going to have multiple weekends in there. So to get your 30 calendar days, you're going to have to be trading fairly actively throughout the evaluation. You have to reach a 10% profit target whilst avoiding a 10% maximum drawdown. So that's a very fair profit target in terms of the relative drawdown. So that's a 1-to-1 ratio. That's very competitive. That's in fact alongside FTMO, which also offers a 1-to-1 ratio. So it's a very, very fair ratio for the traders. FTMO, however, have a two-step evaluation stage, so bear that in mind. So we have with the Gauntlet, we have a one-step evaluation with only a 1-to-1 profit to drawdown ratio, which is actually very good. So these are the steps that we have to carry out to get our funded account. Another couple of things to note: the trading platform, you will have to pay out of your own money. So that's one thing you need to bear in mind. I believe it's free throughout the evaluation, but once you go into the funded account, you're going to have to be paying subscription fees for your platform. So bear that in mind as well. So do some research in terms of what platform you want to use if you're going to trade this. So what offer will I receive upon successful completion? So if a candidate successfully completes the Gauntlet, they will receive a guaranteed funding offer from Helios Trading Partners. The offer contains, but is not limited to, 3 main points, including the funding amount, the maximum drawdown, and the profit split. So the funding amount is $25,000 US, and this is available from day one as available margin. Now, what's most important when you're evaluating your these types of programs is the drawdown, not necessarily the size of the account. So the funding amount of 25,000, okay, that's great, but actually the drawdown that's offered is where you want to put most of your attention. So the way the drawdown works in terms of the Gauntlet is the drawdown that you will be given in your funded account depends on your performance throughout the evaluation stage. And in terms of performance, I mean, how much did you draw down in your evaluation account that will then guide as to how much your drawdown will be in your funded account. So as an example, if you draw down only 2% in the Gauntlet and hit the 10% profit target, your drawdown that will be offered is $2,500 and you'll be refunded fully for your evaluation. Now that's pretty difficult to hit. I mean, that's a 2% drawdown to hit a 10% profit target. That's a 5 to 1 ratio. That's pretty difficult. So more likely we're going to fall somewhere down here. And as you see, the more you draw down, the lower this becomes. And really around the 7%, 10% mark, they're not offering a particularly large drawdown, considering the cost of the program, which we'll look at in a minute. I think it's $375 or something like that. So you have to bear that in mind. And the other thing to bear in mind is in the funded account, you are liable for your exchange fees. So that's, I think, $105 per month, and that has to be paid out of your own pocket. So if you've been offered a drawdown of only $1,000, let's say, every month you're also paying $100 on top of that for your exchange fees. And like I said before, if you want to trade with a certain platform, then you are also liable for the subscription fees for that trading platform as well. So if you only have $1,000 drawdown and you consider how much fees you're going to be paying every month, that's going to eat into this drawdown pretty fast. On the positive side, the profit split is 80%. That's excellent. That's up there with the leading programs. And the maximum drawdown we have talked about. The Helios is the name of the trading partner. So once you complete the Gauntlet, you will be in an agreement with this trading firm. And this is an example of an offer. So a max drawdown of 10%. They've been granted here, which is $2,500, 80% split for the trader, and the assets allowed to be traded are these. Overnight allowed, no. And what that means is that you have to close your trades at the end of every day. And of course, you cannot hold trades over the weekend. So you need to be day trading this account, really. You can't really be looking for longer term positions. There are programs out there which will allow you to hold trades overnight. There are quite a few of them. FTMO, for example, TopStep FX. The Fivers will allow you to hold trades overnight and also over the weekend. So check those programs out. I have reviews of those on my channel. If you're interested in more of a longer term trading approach as opposed to a day trading approach, which is what they're incentivizing here. So how much does the program cost? $349 for the 60-day examination period. There is no automated rebilling. So this is important because some programs, they will sign you up to a monthly subscription. So for example, TopStep Trader, TopStep FX, you'll be paying a monthly subscription fee to take those evaluations. And if you need to take them over and over again, you're of course liable for those subscription fees throughout your program length. The Gauntlet is a one-time fee for the 60-day period, so that's good. And the reset cost was $199, I believe we saw before. So that's not too bad. Again, depending on your trading style, how quickly you want to get funded, you have to kind of weigh up the pros and cons of that. So can I reset the Gauntlet? You can reset the Gauntlet. Okay, here's the reset fee. It's $174.50. So that's exactly half of the program fee. And you can only get the reset price of the Gauntlet before you go over the 10% drawdown limit or go 1 week without trading. So before you hit your max drawdown, you have to then apply for the reset. Okay, and Journal Analytics is a platform that comes with the Gauntlet and I believe the trading account. This is a journaling tool which is very highly considered in the industry. That's a positive. And we talked about the refunds. You only get refunded if you draw down 2% in your Gauntlet, which is pretty difficult, but if you do, you get refunded your evaluation fee. So that is essentially the offering from EarnToTrade. Like I said before, the evaluation stage is pretty good, it's pretty fair. They offer a 1-to-1 ratio in terms of your max drawdown and your profit target, so that's good on the positive side. Negative side, in terms of the funded account, it's pretty restrictive in terms of the drawdown. So if you draw down, 5, 6, 7% in your evaluation stage, your funded account drawdown is going to be pretty low. And considering you're paying $349 and potentially, a reset, you could be looking at $375 plus $174. And then even after that, if you achieve your funded account, you may only have a drawdown of $1,000, $1,500. Plus you'll be liable for your exchange fees and potentially your platform fees on top of that. So in terms of the funded account, there are definitely more competitive ones out there. Have a look at my channel for a number of them. And again, in terms of your trading style, it's going to be important to choose a trading program that allows you to, if you are not a day trader, to hold positions overnight and potentially over the weekend. So do bear that in mind. Okay, so I hope that's helped out. If you're interested in hearing about funded trader programs, I have many reviews on my channel. I'm always releasing new ones. So hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you'd like to ask me a question, or if you've taken the Gauntlet and have some feedback for us, that would be great. And like the video. In the meantime, good luck.